What do you call a Frenchman wearing sandals? Philippe Flip Flop. Now let's take a look at the new releases coming out this week, July 2nd, 2024. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. The first game on the list is The First Descent. This is on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC. The rating is mature. Content descriptions, blood, strong language, suggestive themes, and violence. This is an action role-playing game in which players battle invaders to protect humans in a fictional continent. From a third-person perspective, players engage in combat mission against human-like enemies and boss creatures. Players can punch and slam enemies and use guns and explosions to kill them in fast-paced combat. Some enemies use light and laser swords in close-quarter combat. Fighting is highlighted by realistic gunfire, cries of pain, and blood spatter effects. Some female characters are designed with revealing outfits. Swear words appear in-game. Now let's take a look at Zenless Zone Zero. This comes on PlayStation 5 and PC. The rating is teen. Content descriptions, suggestive themes, and violence. This is an action role-playing game in which players assume the roles of agents exploring a city after a supernatural disaster. From a third-person perspective, players traverse the cities, interact with characters, search for treasure, and battle fantasy creatures and human-like enemies. Players use swords, pistols, rifles, and elemental attacks to defeat enemies in melee-style combat. Battles are highlighted by fast-paced, highlighted by impact sounds, light effects, and dwindling health bars. Some female characters are designed with exaggerated portions and breasts that jiggle during certain movements. Camera angles sometimes highlight various body parts. And the last game on today's list is Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak. This comes on PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, and PC. The rating is teen. Content descriptions, blood, drug references, fantasy violence, language, and suggestive themes. This is a role-playing game in which players assume the role of a hero hired to find a stolen heirloom. As players explore the fictional republic, they complete missions and quests, interact with characters, battle human enemies and fantasy creatures. Players use swords, machine guns, and magic spells to defeat enemies in turn-based combat. Battles are highlighted by gunfire, impact sounds, and cries of pain. Some sequences depict blood splatter effects and characters are attacked. A handful of sequences show blood on characters' faces and underneath the corpse. The game contains some suggestive material, a gentleman's club depicting female characters in lingerie dancing on poles, lead right district signage, innuendo of sexuality and dialogue referencing drugs. Swear words are heard in-game. Please follow Parents Guide to Games on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok, and email any questions at parentsg2g@gmail.com. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.